It then traveled into the Earth's crust, becoming mineralized, turned to stone, in other words, re-emerging no less than 65.5 million years later to the amazed eyes of a lucky fossil. If you touch that, you're touching a dinosaur's skin. This will be available after the show with some other fossils, so you'll get a chance to touch it if you'd like. I should point out, we have not yet actually found a skin imprint fossil like this one for a juvenile T-Rex, like His Majesty here, that was covered in these proto-feathers. But we have found them for close, beast-footed, tyrannosaurid cousins of the T-Rex. It leads us to believe it's only a matter of time before we unearth a skin imprint for a juvenile T-Rex that had these feathers, so keep your eyes and ears open for that. If he had them as a child, incidentally, he would shed them as an adult and be covered in scales. Let me check in with His Majesty very quickly, though we've had him under for quite a while now. Your Majesty, can you hear me? Please let out 2 groans if you can. Excellent. In a moment I will count to 3, and then the other professors and I will clap once, releasing you from your trance. You will then feel very refreshed. You will not want to eat any of us, no, but you will want to show off your magnificent teeth. Ready, everyone? Clap after the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Your Majesty, welcome back. Please regain your composure and survey your subjects. Please don't believe it. His Majesty will be down in a moment. Don't be frightened. He can't harm you. As long as you don't touch it, please fight the urge to touch His Majesty. It might break the trance. If you were still worried, I could hardly blame you, because clearly his jaw is lined with rather large and sharp teeth. Wow. But as I mentioned before, these are the teeth of a 6 to 7-year-old, very akin to our baby teeth. Professors, do you remember your baby teeth? Do you remember what happened to them? They turned into gold coins, but what else? They fell out, grew in larger. As humans, we get 3 sets of teeth. We get baby teeth, we get adult teeth, we get dentures, and we're done. His Majesty's jaw was like a crocodile's. It was continually cycling throughout teeth through his whole life. So he had 60 in his mouth at any given time, but he lived through hundreds in a lifetime, and they would grow until they were the size of large lethal bananas, like this one. This is a cast of an adult T-Rex tooth, and in addition to everything else about it, it was covered in serrations, like the sharp divots on a steak knife. So with equipment like this, professors, what do you think His Majesty's favorite meal was? Take a stab, yell it out. What do you think? Yell it out. Meat? Dinosaur meat? Chicken on the king? Do you think he might have mixed a small green salad or fondue with his forelimbs? No? Tell you what, he's here. We're doing an experiment, but I need a very brave volunteer to raise their hand. Volunteer for themselves. Do you want to volunteer? You're sure? Come on, if you're volunteering for yourself, come on up. You sure you want to do this? Join us. Pass the ropes through the woods, onto the stage. The people's choice. What, Professor, what was it again? Ferris? Okay. What is it? Professor Obi, all right. So if you face the audience, very briefly, quick introduction. Everyone please say, hello, Professor Obi.
Hello, Professor Obi.
Now say goodbye, Professor Obi.
Goodbye, Professor Obi.
You never know. You look comfortable. Now imagine there's glue on your shoes, so you can't move them anymore. And I need you to put your arms out like this in capital T for T-Rex and hold them out in capital T. There you go. Oh, and you can't move your feet anymore, Professor. So if you move those back together, okay, you have glue on them, so if you move them once more, I have to pick someone else. But keep your arms out like that, a capital T for T-Rex. And I need a promise from you that no matter how scary things get in the next few moments, you will trust in the trance, its ability to protect you. You will not take a step, you will not drop your arms. Can you do that? Are you sure? It's better to know now rather than later. Are you sure you can do this? All right.
If he gets scared, I will head
to okay. We are no longer looking at mild-mannered Professor Obi, but a Professor Obi tree. On this branch, we have a leaf. Just hold that out like that. And on this branch, we have, oh, splendid. We don't even need this. We already have it. We have meat. There it is. So just stay standing on that spot with your arms out like that. I'm going to check in with His Majesty and see what's going on. I beg your pardon, my liege. Conducting an experiment with the Professor Obi tree. We were wondering if you could come over and help us dispel certain frightening, hideous, ghastly myths about you. Here he comes. Yes. Gracious monarch assisting us in the experiment process, approaching, almost stalking the Professor Obi's training.
I don't know.
Starting with the trunk, the logical place. Moving his way over to the leaf branch. You can hold that out so he can sniff that. And his other arm, he's sniffing it. He can take it or leaf it. He's leafing it and moving to the meat branch. This was the popular theory. You thought he would destroy that instantly, but he hasn't. Science teaches us our first theories seem obvious. Sometimes they're misguided. We need to rethink. Oh, freeze! That's close. Okay. First things first. Let's get that arm back in. All right. So yes. Okay. So His Majesty's missed the mark. He's left a series of finely curved points in his teeth and his jaw.
Most importantly, though,
I don't think I need to remind you, professors, it's a good thing we can freeze him because, as you already well know, His Majesty had the strongest bite force of any land animal to walk this planet ever. It's what made him the king. Good for you.
Move.
Thank you so much, Professor. Please, a warm round of applause. I will now dust off His Majesty's left eyeball. I'll then count to 3 and we'll clap once, releasing him ready. 1, 2, 3. Welcome back. Thank you. That was so helpful. We now know so. Oh no! The trance is broken! I think he's upset. He thought Professor Obi. I will juggle him back to the late Cretaceous. We return to 2013. Back with Val, that news to beast. Please, a warm round of applause for His Majesty and Commanding Commander. All right. So, I don't think I need to tell you, professors, that His Majesty is an impossible act to follow. There'll be a dino hall tour starting down at the Dueling Dinosaurs at 2 o'clock. I'll be out with some fossils in a moment. Hang around if you want to see those. It's been an unparalleled privilege lecturing to you today. Thank you, Professor.